You are stranded in a crowded airport terminal, staring in pure horror at a flashing red battery icon showing exactly 1%. Every single wall outlet is taken, and your digital boarding pass is locked inside that dying phone. But then, you pull a heavy little plastic brick out of your bag, plug in a cable, and hear that beautiful charging chime. Crisis averted. A dead battery essentially means being cut off from the world, and portable power banks have become our ultimate safety nets. But how does a device with no moving parts capture electricity from your wall, hold onto it for weeks, and safely pump it back into your expensive smartphone without blowing it up? Let us crack open the plastic casing of your favorite portable charger and break down the simple, brilliant chemistry and electrical engineering that keeps your digital life running seamlessly. At its core, a power bank is essentially a highly organized rechargeable chemical factory. If you look inside the outer shell, you will find that the vast majority of the weight and space is taken up by the battery cells. Depending on the design, these usually come in two main types: lithium-ion or lithium-polymer. If you open a chunky power bank, you will see a row of metal cylinders wrapped together, which look almost exactly like oversized AA batteries. These are standard lithium-ion cells, commonly known as 18650 cells, which pack a massive amount of energy into a small space. If you have a super thin power bank that fits easily in your pocket, it is likely using a lithium polymer pouch, which is a flat, flexible metallic bag containing the exact same active chemicals. Regardless of the shape, they store electrical energy in a chemical form. During the charging phase, electricity from your wall adapter forces electrons to flow into the negative side of the battery cell, called the anode. To balance this electrical charge, millions of microscopic lithium ions travel through a liquid chemical electrolyte to join those electrons. They pack themselves tightly into the microscopic structure of the anode, storing potential electrical energy exactly like pulling back the tight string of a heavy bow. As long as you do not plug anything into the power bank, that string stays pulled back, which is why it can hold a full charge sitting in a drawer for months. However, you cannot just solder a USB cable directly to a bunch of lithium cells and plug it into your phone. The raw, unregulated power would instantly fry your phone's delicate internal motherboard. This brings us to the second, and arguably the most important, component inside the casing, the printed circuit board, or PCB. This tiny green computer board sits right next to the battery cells and acts as a highly intelligent traffic cop and vital safety guard. It manages everything going in, everything going out, and makes sure nothing catches on fire. When you plug your empty power bank into the wall, the PCB takes the incoming electricity and carefully regulates it, ensuring the chemical cells fill up at a steady, safe pace. Once the cells reach exactly 100% capacity, the PCB automatically cuts off the incoming power completely. This prevents the battery from overcharging, swelling, or overheating, meaning you can safely leave your power bank plugged in overnight. Now, let us talk about what happens when you actually need to use it. You take your dying smartphone and plug it into the USB port. The moment you connect that cable, a brilliant piece of electrical engineering kicks into gear. The PCB wakes up and initiates a rapid digital handshake with your smartphone, essentially asking the device, "How much power can you safely handle right now?" Your phone replies, and the power bank adjusts its output to match. But there is a massive mathematical problem the PCB has to solve instantly. The lithium cells inside the power bank naturally hold their electrical charge at roughly 3.7 volts, but your smartphone requires exactly 5 volts of power to charge via a standard USB connection. To solve this discrepancy, the PCB utilizes an incredibly clever component called a boost converter. The boost converter takes the low voltage electricity flowing out of the chemical cells and rapidly ramps it up to a stable 5 volts, or even 9 or 12 volts if you are using a modern fast charging cable. It essentially acts like a high-pressure water pump, ensuring the electrical current has enough physical force to enter your phone's battery. As the boosted electricity flows into your phone, the metaphorical drawn bowstring inside the power bank is finally released. The trapped lithium ions rush back to their original starting side, giving up all their stored energy until the power bank is completely empty and needs to be recharged again. You might have noticed that your power bank always gets a little bit warm in your hand while it is actively charging your phone. That heat is a direct byproduct of the boost converter working incredibly hard to step up the voltage. Because creating that heat requires energy, a small percentage of the power bank's total battery capacity is naturally lost in the air as thermal exhaust. This is exactly why a 10,000 milliamp-hour power bank cannot perfectly charge a 5,000 milliamp-hour phone exactly 2 full times. You always lose roughly 10 to 20% of the total stored energy during that voltage conversion process, which is a completely normal limitation of physics, not a defect in your charger. Despite this small loss, the internal safety mechanisms working silently in the background are nothing short of miraculous. The tiny circuit board constantly monitors the exact temperature of the battery cells. If you leave the power bank sitting in a baking hot car on a summer day, the thermal sensors will detect the dangerous heat and completely shut down the power output to prevent a catastrophic fire. It also features strict short-circuit protection, instantly cutting the electrical connection if a frayed or broken charging cable tries to pull too much power at once. You are carrying a remarkably complex, highly regulated chemical storage plant right in your pocket. It is a perfect harmony of advanced lithium-ion chemistry and intelligent electrical engineering working seamlessly together to ensure you never have to deal with the isolation of a dead phone ever again. The next time you rely on that trusty plastic brick to save your day at the airport or on a long road trip, you will know exactly how hard those microscopic electronics are working to keep you connected to the world. If this simple breakdown helped you finally understand the everyday tech you carry around, hit that subscribe button, give this video a quick thumbs up, and leave a comment below telling me the absolute worst place your phone battery has ever died. Thanks so much for watching, and stay fully charged.